Originally released on October 31st of 2018, Deltarune has become well known for having one of the fastest growing speedruns of all time. Requiring the mastery of button mashing, precise movement, and plenty of frame-perfect glitches, much like its predecessor, it's no wonder these speedrunners have been able to do crazy things. But why listen to me talk about their skills when you can see for yourself? I'm Orisaey, and it's time to speedrun the 52-minute and 38-second any percent world record of Deltarune Chapters 1 and 2. Oh, and this run is by Ashmichda, so go check them out using the link in the description. Also, only 3% of you are actually subscribed, so hit the button and the bell as hard as you can. It really helps out the channel and lets me know what games you want to see in the future. Starting the clock upon beginning a new Japanese save file, Ash mashes through this useless character creator and names himself this, before waking up to Toriel opening these curtains, going back to sleep, and taking this shortcut into the Dark World. Navigating the surrounding area, our runner avoids oncoming attacks, completes this eye puzzle, and meets up with Susie, as they find Lancer, run the fuck away, and enter the castle town. Inside, Ash speaks to this mysterious figure, gets cut off by Lancer, and defeats him in the ensuing conflict, before Orisaey reveals himself and takes our runner into the Field of Hopes and Dreams in search of Susie. Heading through the grass past several Rudin, our runner completes this clock puzzle, spares some Hathy, and discovers Susie stuck behind this door, prior to gaining a third ally, fighting a C round, and beating Lancer's Jigsaws. Completing a box puzzle and opening this gate, the trio enters the Great Board, moves around flashing tiles, avoids several punmen, and runs into Lancer a third time, who gives way to a recently promoted K round for a battle that ends with a reverse coronation. As both our runner and Orisaey get instantly ditched, they enter the forest, dodge this rabbit, and find the ones that left them in the first place, before brute forcing his way past these towers, finishing 2 suit puzzles, and sparing this clover. From here, Ash goes around these boxes and through scissor dances, prior to running into Lancer yet again, creating the ultimate thrashing machine, evading a Starwalker bird, and entering the forest maze. Speeding through it, our runner saves here, encounters their own creation, fights Lancer and Susie, and has the latter join their side, as Lancer follows them through the area until they end up cornered outside the Card Castle. Waking up in prison with Orisaey, Ash finds the Iron Shackle, locates Susie in a nearby cell, and guides her through another suit puzzle, before switching perspectives, confronting Lancer, rescuing the others, and taking this elevator upstairs. Up above, our runner menu buffers around several monsters, clips through this tower, and completes Rules Cards puzzles, as she buys the Brave Axe, equips it and the Shackle, takes down a second K round, and reaches the King. As the King threatens Lancer upon their arrival, the trio are quickly proven powerless, before the spade turns the tables and a battle shortly ensues. Over 10 turns of acting, defending, building tension, and using the Red Buster, the King's Gambit ends with nap time, leading Orisaey to reveal themselves and Ash to seal the fountain, wake up at school, make a pact, and return home to begin Chapter 2 of Cyber's World. Continuing the clock and save file on the next in-game day, Ash is woken up and confronted by Toriel about her missing pie, before going back to sleep and taking the shortcut into the Dark World yet again. Rung warping down these slopes, our runner avoids lasers, witnesses Noelle's capture, and encounters Queen, as she mashes through her monologue, kills a pair of werewires, meets up with Orisaey, and blasts through Captain's musical segment. Entering the cyberfield, Ash dodges werewires, takes 3 teacup rides, endures several song segments, and narrowly avoids this task, prior to finding the Queen and her captive, replacing the latter with an arcade machine, and challenging the former to a boxing match. As the Monarch is defeated and the arcade self-destructs, our runner completes a door warp by trying to carry 400 bagels, pressing Ctrl and C, clearing text boxes, tapping enter 2 frames apart, and holding up against this door, all of which warps her to the Queen's mansion. Speaking to the mansion's namesake and walking through these flames, Ash balances a pot on their head, triggers these swatchlings, and spares a task manager on turn 1. Before taking teacups upstairs, grabbing this key, and saving even more swatchlings from a mouse wheel. Locating this locked door, our runner rides the annoying dog through the dining room, eventually finds the key and ignores the door altogether, leading them around pots, past paintings, and through another teacup ride. Meeting up with Burley Lombardi, both him and Susie run off almost immediately, as Ash and Orisaey board this swan boat and enter the acid tunnel of love. Collecting this banana because why not, and slamming into this hand beak first, our runner navigates these house and mouse puzzles, takes this path, and triggers this high five, all of which resumes the boat ride and leads him to a boss battle against Real's card. Avoiding falling boxes, Ash quickly cuts off his task supply within 2 turns, incidentally turning him into stone, clearing the path, and taking him back into the mansion. As Susie lands on Orisaey and joins the party yet again, our runner slides through this electricity, runs into the Queen, and fights both her and Bertley, before targeting the former, saving the latter, and moving forward. Discovering the mansion's monarch as she begins her monologue, Susie sends her off the edge as her runner rescues Noelle, is ambushed by the Queen's giggle form, falls down below, is saved by Bertley, and transforms into the ultimate fighter for the chapter's final fight. Punching and dodging in this punch-out style battle, Ash crits as many times as possible, abuses the cycle of these baseballs, and activates flame mode for maximum damage. Prior to ending things once and for all, self-destructing, having Orisaey lore dump, being told it's not that deep, being let go, and sealing a second fountain. Waking up in the computer lab, Ash leaves the library, goes home and invites Susie to stay the night, before Chris removes her soul, leaves the house to slash Toriel's tires, comes back inside, watches some TV, goes to sleep, and opens a fountain in the living room which we'll explore in Chapter 3. Meaning the run ends with a final time of 52 minutes and 38 seconds. And that was Deltarune Chapters 1 and 2. An amazing start to a game whose music, writing, and many glitches will continue to blow our minds. And before you ask, yes, we will return to Deltarune once its 3rd and 4th chapter have finally released. But in the meantime, we'll be covering Super Mario Bros. Wonder on the 1st of May, and if you want me to break down the speedrun of any other games releasing this year, then by all means suggest it in the comments, and I'll see you guys next month. Orisaey out.